Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? This is your girl, Cheryl Lane, the owner and founder of Eternity Citizen More Home Care and the Home Care Business Learning Station online course site and the All About Home Care with Cheryl podcast. Please get to know me. We are all about home care and educating the community, especially families and home care providers, to give the best care possible to their clients or their family members. Okay, but I definitely want to talk to my home care providers. Well, both the home care providers and the family members who may hire a home care provider to come in and do services with them. Um, when you come in to do your home inspection for my home care providers, when you come in to do your home inspection or your consultation with the client before you start service, you see what all going on. You see what they need, the hours, the time, and then see if you can be a assistant to that family, right? Once you get all the formalities and everything out the way, then you want to go back, and that's when you do your work agreement. Once you all have agreed on a time and the days and the amount that you're going to pay, they're going to pay you, or the family that you're going to pay the home care provider. Then that's when you will do your work agreement. That's after you have did your assessments, your care plan, and all that good stuff, right? So I cannot show you, but I just did a agreement with a family. So I will tell you what I have on my agreement, and you can um, either download different agreements from other places, or you can go to my home care business learning station. Think of it website, and it has a not it's not like a course, but it have it where you can learn about the agreements and all the different stuff, your policy and procedures, and you can download and do your own policy, your service agreement. But when you have your service agreement, the service agreement is between you and the responsible party. Now, the responsible party can be the family member who's doing all the action, the stuff that need to be done, or it can be the family member who's actually having the care, being done to them. And if they're alert and they're well enough to say, okay, I'm the responsible party for myself, then whoever that responsible party is, that's who you're going to do the agreement with, okay? And they will have their names and everything. John Doe, agreed to have ABC Home Care do my service, okay? And then who is that service for? They could say for myself, or they could say for my mom, my dad, my uncle, my brother, whoever it may be. Then you would have, what would you be paid an hour, right? So you would come up with a pay. And when you come up with your pay, this is for family members and home care providers. When you're doing the pay, you got to think about what all do you want done in the home, okay? Um, Certain home care providers, they only do most of the stuff that is surrounding the client or that family member, per se. They're doing everything surrounding them. So most likely they're doing their room, the bathroom near them. They'll do the kitchen, living room, the common areas. If that resident or that, I'm trying to I'm just gonna say individual, so I won't have to do all these names. Um, Wherever that person may be, and they're going to make sure that area cleaned up. Now, you do have other caregivers that may go over and beyond, and they may do the other room, or they may do the second bathroom, because they may not use the bathroom that the client used, the individual used. They may use a separate bathroom, so they will clean both of those bathrooms. You just got some certain ones that will do more than what's on the care. I mean, that's on the agreement or the care plan. It's just up to that individual, but really they only should or supposed to do what's surrounding that particular individual that they're caring for. So you will see what all you all are asking them for, right, to do, family members, and then what all you are providing for home care providers, and then you will come up with a price, right? And in that service agreement, cut this off. In that service agreement, it's going to state this is what, or in that care plan, along with that service agreement, it's stating what all you're supposed to do, right? And if it's something they want to add to it, especially if it's major, then you can do an amendment to the service agreement and the care plan, change the care plan. But then if it's something minor, it's okay. But if it's something major, you definitely want to make sure that you do an amendment to your service agreement and to change your care plan or what you're going to add or take away. So then you want to add the days of the week. How many days a week that you're going to work? How many hours that you're going to work? You can put either PRN, they just need me as needed. Maybe when they go out of town, or maybe some nights when the family member want to take a break or something like that, or maybe just take them to the doctor. You could do PRN, and these may be some of the days. So you want to make sure that you have that in your service agreement. What's going to happen in your care plan? Okay. And then, if you have a minimum of 4 hours. So me, I have a minimum of 4 hours that we come out and do service. Now, if it's less than 4 hours, then I do a set price. And then it also depends on what you're doing, and it's under 4 hours. Now, some people might just go do baths and assist the person in the bed, or they may do baths and assist the person in getting up and getting dressed. And then you would do a set price for that. All right. So you might just go in there to cook a meal, right? You go in there and cook them a big meal, maybe do some prep for some more days, but it's under 1 or 2 hours. You do a set price for that. Okay. So you would specify what that is too in your service agreement, that this is PRN as necessary, as needed rather. And then you would do either a set time or set day, that this is just a 1 day thing, and this is a set price. So that you want that in your service agreement, kind of spelled out how it's going to go. Okay. Also in your service agreement, you want to put the day that it started, or someone may say commence. Mine said this agreement shall commence on what day, and remain in effect until notice of service ending. This agreement shall be renewed or terminated at the end of the date, right? So if you're going in with the service agreement, you're not. I tell people, with my service agreement, you're not held to that service agreement. So you would, for like in a contract, like, oh, you signed a contract with me, so you have to stay in this contract for like 2 or 3 years. No, you don't have to do that. The service agreement is, if you give me a notice of 2 weeks, that you're gonna terminate service, then we got 2 weeks and we work it out, and then the service is terminated. Now, if you so happen to say, well, my mom or my dad or whoever or myself is moving with a family member, and we're moving next week or tomorrow, right? Well, you still have to pay us for 2 weeks, because that is a notice, but we didn't do anything wrong. We still doing our job. We're doing what we supposed to do. And so then we would just say, okay, well, just pay us for the week, or pay us for the remaining week, or that next week, because we were planning on coming, right? But I do have a force majeure. Let me see, could I do this? No, I didn't go through right. Okay. Well, I do have a force. What I think it's called majeure. Okay. But you definitely want to put that in there. Look that up. It's spelled Majeure. Force majeure. If somebody know how to pronounce it right, let me know. Hey, but I know it's there. But it's saying that if anything happened, if the caregivers or somebody did something wrong, abused the person, did something to them, that you can terminate that agreement immediately, right? And the same thing, vice versa. If the client or the family member or somebody is doing something to the caregiver, and you're doing multiple caregivers, and something is continuing to happen, that they're verbal abusive, physical abusive, someone is stealing, whatever it may be, then the home care provider or that caregiver, they can terminate the agreement immediately. That means the same day. They don't have to come back. So you want to make sure that that's in your agreement, stating that agreement can be terminated immediately upon any type of situation, someone threatening your life, constant verbal abuse, constantly just doing little things that on either side, that agreement can be terminated immediately. Okay. And then also you want, that's why I just talked about that. At the bottom, you want to get prompt notice of the notice. Now, if there's nothing wrong, and especially if there's nothing wrong on either side, you can give your notice, give your 2 week notice or 3 week notice or however you want to do, and then you all can go from there. Okay. And then you could talk about the holidays. So on the holidays, you could set the amounts. If you're going to work, holidays, you charge this amount for regular days, then how much more do you want to charge for holidays? Okay, so you can do that too. You can say how much more. This is what these, and then give them a list of your holidays. Give them a list of your major holidays that you all will work, and you will charge for those holidays. And then you will say, okay, now these are the holidays we do not work. So for my agency, we do not work on Thanksgiving Day. We do not work Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. We do not work New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And now it's up to the caregiver if they decide that they want to go and work. If they still want to go and work, that's fine. And then the family let us know, and we would keep them on the schedule. But if they don't, otherwise, then no service will be provided that day. Now we do make exception for clients that definitely kind of stay home by themselves and definitely need someone there with them, and the family maybe stay out of town or their job required for them to work, then we will try to make an exception, and they will have to let us know that during the service agreement, doing everything coming up. Okay, and once you all get that, you will talk about the confidentiality. Everything that discussed with the family, unless you're discussing it with the people who's inside with that family, taking care of that family. So it's certain things that I was discussed with the home health aides, the nurses, the chaplain, with hospice, whoever. I would discuss with them if it's something they really really need to know. Outside of that, unless the family member said, okay, you could tell Aunt Susan or Aunt Betty, you could tell them what's going on. Other than that, you can't tell anything else that's going on. But that with the confidentiality, unless they say they're gonna kill you, or they for the rob some or anything. Unless it's something or they for the kill themselves. Okay, suicidal thoughts. So unless it's something like that, then you have to break that confidentiality to tell the proper people what's going on. Okay. Other than that, everything else is confidential. Okay. Then you want to put in there about valuables. I put mine in there, and I tell them to only leave what is necessary to be out. Any type of valuables, any pricey stuff or whatever, that needs to be put up or could be put up. And we could say, oh, we don't have anything or anything like that. So you want to make sure that those things are put up, and then they will initial. So with mine said, no, customer client are asked to put all valuables in a safe place. If such items need to be left out, the customer client of Eternity Citizen Moore LLC will take an inventory of the said items, and then they'll initiate, right? So if it's some stuff that they just have to leave out, like Social Security cards, IDs, bank cards or something like that, if this stuff have to be out, then we would make sure, okay, this gonna be in their billfold, and all this supposed to be in their billfold. Even though people can take pictures and all this stuff, but still all of this is supposed to be billfold and do not supposed to be removed. And then we would designate a person who can only go and get that particular stuff. Like if you have a caregiver who's there Monday through Friday, somebody just come the weekend, but the person who Monday through Friday, we will most likely let them be over that billfold or that information, and they can get whatever they need for that weekend. So it could just be one person accountable for that billfold, right? In those items. And it's a Eternity Citizen Moore reserve the right to do not provide service through dangerous condition. So you want to talk about that. So what we mean by that dangerous condition is like if a tornado watch, um, if it's like if you're going in the neighborhood and it just people just hanging out or it's constantly just craziness or whatever, racial tension, anything can be. If it's a lot of that going on, then eternity reserved not to go to provide service for a safety reason for the caregivers and not only for the caregiver, for the client themselves coming in, okay? And so vice versa, we tell the caregivers, please do not, if you have a conflict with any family member of your own and your own side, please do not bring it to the client's house. Please do not bring people in the client house unless they got permission to come or whatever. But we ask you, do not bring, husbands and boyfriends and wives and girlfriends. Do not bring them in the home unless it was just necessary that they had to come in the home for something. But we advise you not to bring family members inside the client home because that is the client home and that's their privacy, and we do not want to. Violate their privacy by bringing people in. Okay, so like I said, once you get your client, you talk with them, you do your home assessment, you see what all going on, you do your care plan, then your service agreement, which can be your mission. You can do a mission and then over your service agreement, and get that client aboard, and you go from there. But try not to do any type of services until you get your service agreement in hand and you know what all you are going to do. Get them to sign, and whoever is going to be a part of it, get them to sign. You get a copy, and then you send a copy to your client. Okay. So I hope this helped you guys with your service agreement for your business, and it's not just for home care, home health, hospice, hospitals, they come in there and ask you about different things and they talk about the agreements and stuff like that. So make sure that you all are doing what you need to do to protect yourself and your agency. So if you don't have that, especially the force majeure, if you don't have that in your agreement, please make sure you go and put it in your agreement today. So if something come up and you have to terminate that service, that that you're covered. If something go on, that you're covered. Okay. So I hope this helped you guys, and I hope you all have a great and amazing day. My name is Cheryl Lane. If you hadn't known me, get to know me. And I am your home care educator. I love educating the community about home care and about the benefits of home care and how it can assist you and your family with having the best care, taking away the stress, and learning new things when it comes to home care in your home with your family. All right, we take the stress out of home care for you. All right, you have a great one.